Case number 226. A man sent a girl money for transport and the girl never showed up. Hey! It should be noted that this honorable court will not entertain any sort of misfortune or misconduct. Prosecution, you may proceed.
Thank you, my lord. Standing before you is Barrister Mboma, ex-squire, 23 years in the practice, pursuing my senior advocacy, one with proven records. I stand before this court today because of the Latin phrase which says, Nemo judex in cosa sua. That is to say, and I quote, no one is the judge in their own case. My lord, can you imagine that my client here sent this girl transport to come and see him, but the girl ate the transport. After this man here has arranged his house, took his bag and was waiting for this girl did not show up. My lord, is that not an actus reus against this girl here? What is the court not saying, my lord? I leave you, my lord, with this other Latin maxim which says, pacta sunt servanda. That is to say, all agreements must be kept. I rest my case.
Order! Defense counsel, do you have anything to say?
Thank you, my lord. My lord, I would like to go with the legal maxim that says, nulla poena sine legem. In accordance with the law of the ultra vires doctrine linked to the constructive notice, my lord, tracing down to the foot of equity which gives out the maxims which constitutes and develops equity. Due to what the prosecution counsel said here, is he impliedly saying his client does not bait? Is he impliedly saying his client does not brush his mouth? Or what is he trying to say? Or does it mean his client only cleans the house only when he's expecting a girl? Whoa, that's a fallacy of academic juhaha. And I would like to say, my client here should be applauded for helping him bait. Cleanliness is next to godliness, and definitely what my client has done is just a fact of mere coincidence.
Pierre, I pour you spit.
Your Honor, it will be in the interest of justice if the court throws away their case for want of evidence. That will be my humble submission.
Order! Member Sote. Prosecution, any reply?
As your lordship pleases. My lord, counsel here is trying to twist the quintessential essence of cohabitation, thereby creating an air of undeniable prominence, which is only going to exacerbate the situation at hand.
Continue.
My lord, I would like to ask this guy here just one question. Pardon me, my lord, if I apply any unprofessional ethics or conduct. Can you give me one reason why you did not show up when this guy here sent you transport?
I was not in my mood and I was not willing to do anything with him.
You be black Jesus.
You can have your seat.
You not be good person and black Jesus.
My lord, we all consider this excuse is devoid of definite definition. She made mention of the fact that she was not willing to do anything with my client here, which therefore brings us back to the Latin maxim which says, voluntas non fit injuria. That is to say, and I quote, to a willing person, no injury is done. My lord, let us look at the laws of the state and let the court put its eyes on this case and see into it that judgment is passed with equity. Arrest my case.
Order!
I'll slap you.
Miss Eposi, did you ever send or attempt to resend the money sent to you by Mr. David?
That is the question.
Yes, my lord. I tried to send the money, but network was disturbing, so I had no choice than to leave it. Yes, unless I did not send it again.
Now me, you want to say escape poverty, Abi?
After listening to the submissions made by both the defense and prosecuting counsels, my judgment goes thus. Miss Eposi is hereby sentenced to 50 years imprisonment with a fine of 10 million francs for emotional and mental damage.
Now what for you?
That is my judgment.
God! Now doesn't matter because you be perfect for the kind of mission. Wow, Mboma, you need change.
Case number 225. A boy buys his girlfriend a phone and collects it after the breakup. The court is now in session. Prosecution, you may now state your case.
Thank you, my lord. With due respect to this honorable court, I would like to say felicifit calculus, which is actually linked to the maxim ignorantem legem. So, my lord, my client here has sued his boyfriend for collecting the phone he gave to her as a gift on her birthday. My lord, are we forgetting what the law says about what a gift is? A gift is an offer made by the donor to the recipient. Therefore, my lord, the defendant here has no right over the gift he has given to my client. And with all due respect and to the respect of the court, I will plead this court cease into this case. Thank you, my lord.
Order! Defense counsel, do you have anything to say?
Thank you, my lord. Standing on all existing protocols, I am Barrister Mboma Tabaski, ex-squire, 20 years in the practice, pursuing my legal advocacy. My lord, I would like to say this is a case of hula baloo, a quagmire and a false allegation against my client. My lord, before I commence my defense, I leave you with this Latin maxim that says, ignorantia juris non excusa. That is to say, and I quote, ignorance to the law is no excuse. Counsel here said that my client took back the phone which he bought for this girl here. I would like to put it to the court that the reason my client bought that phone was because he wanted to be in constant communication with this girl since they were in a relationship. But now that they are no longer in a relationship, what then is the need for this girl to own the phone which my client bought for her?
That is the question.
My lord, what is the court not saying? It is that same phone that this girl here used to cheat on my client. My lord, I leave you with this other Latin phrase that says, Nemo est super legem. That is to say, and I quote, no one is above the law. I rest my case.
Prosecuting counsel, do you have anything to say?
Thank you, my lord. My lord, are you forgetting what the law says in the natural law theory? The economist approach to law, the historical approach by Carl von Savigny. Looking into Jeremy Bentham's approach, Aristotle, Plato, and St. Thomas Aquinas in his book, An Introduction to the Morals and Legislations of the Society. Whatever the defendant here is doing is considered immoral and should be justified by law. Objection, my lord!
Objection overruled.
Thank you, my lord. With all due pleasure and respect to this honorable court, I would like to say the defendant here has committed a fact known as plagiarism. And due to this, it is considered a fact of historical kwashoko. Therefore, I stand before this honorable court with all due respect and plead for justice to be served. Thank you, my lord.
Okay, but how can you buy a phone for his girlfriend and collect it back?
Order! This is a courtroom and not a marketplace. You may be charged for contempt of court. Defense counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you, my lord. My lord, counsel here is trying to mislead this court with grammatical illusions which are not relevant. All what he has said here is a multifarious cacophony. I proceed with my defense. My lord, my client here bought that phone for this girl out of love. Now that the love has expired, ownership of the phone to the girl is deemed to have expired. And so my client decided to collect his phone back.
Now what for you?
My lord, I cannot subjugate my personality to this lawyer who is trying to jeopardize and incapacitate the altercation of my client. My lord, innocence. They ever talk that thing as innocence?
Innocence must be pardoned.
Okay. My lord, innocence must be adorned before any form of justice can prevail. I rest my case.
After listening to the submissions made by both the prosecution and defense counsels, it will be imperative that they produce the ownership documents of this said phone, because only that document will determine who actually is the rightful owner of the phone. So, which of the parties can produce the ownership documents of the said phone before this honorable court?
God have mercy.
The receipt here reveals that Mr. Daniel Atamukong is the true owner of the cell phone. Mrs. Mirabel is hereby accused of defamation and sentenced to 20 years of being single. That is to say, she will not be involved in any romantic relationship. That is my judgment.
God! Now I doesn't matter because you be perfect for the